right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Princes of Azemar, Season 5, Episode 21, Warlords of the West.
Ooh, exciting.
Let's start with a round of intros in the top left, played by Lily and Alex. They are the twin blacksmith fighters. They're the Eldridge brothers. You've probably heard of them.
I have.
In the top right, played by our friend in Brandon. You can't hit him. He's too smart. It's Burnham Shortwick.
Woo.
In the bottom left, played by Bobby. It is the warlock with more vices than virtues. And he's a goat. It's Koros Ravenrock.
Not a goat.
And he's a goat.
Just kind of play one on TV.
Got a goat in spirit.
In the bottom center, played by Nicole, it is the Paladin of Ilmater with an evil clone out on the loose, who the party doesn't know is evil. It's Irina Kolgana. And last, but not least, it is Lincoln playing the fashion dragon himself, formerly known as Dirt Courage, Nadam Ilrio Nazir.
He's not ready yet. He's still choosing his outfit for this episode.
So,
And the only Ravenclaw we have is definitely Burnham.
I'm a Ravenclaw.
In the characters.
in character.
Oh,
Theo isn't.
what is Theo? Probably a Gryffindor.
Probably
He's
a
pretty stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know,
And
Koros
we
might
all
be a
know from
Slytherin.
reading the books, the Gryffindors are idiots.
I think we got like 4 Gryffindors, 1 Ravenclaw, and 1 Slytherin.
Pharaoh's a Slytherin.
Koros.
Wait, who is the one
definitely
Slytherin?
a
No, that's
Slytherin.
Dex.
Who's the one Slytherin? I'm confused.
Definitely
It's
Koros.
you. It's
Hey,
absolutely
Nadam
you.
is definitely also a Slytherin.
At least
Yeah.
He's literally an aristocrat.
Okay.
Yeah,
you got a
yeah.
I think
You got a
Nadam's
point.
also a
Right.
Slytherin.
And he punches most of his problems, too, so...
Mom's a Slytherin.
We need more Hufflepuff representation, is what I'm hearing.
Regular
Oh,
reminder that
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff is the only good house.
Pharaoh...
A bunch of Hufflepuffs in my...
Yeah, what the fuck? Get out, bitches.
I will
Fuck to warmongers,
Hufflepuff unite.
STEM nerds,
Say nice
and
things.
aristocrats.
We've
Hufflepuff
gone
is
way
the
off
only
track.
good house.
All right.
But it's fun.
Last time on Princes of Azemar, we had a special 3-parter where we had the party split 3 ways. Last Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we did 3 2-person pair sessions. They were a blast. Definitely go back and watch them if you didn't get a chance. But here's the summary. Y'all are in the 9 deserts. You're here to retrieve what will come to be known as the Lost Talisman of Akhman-Ra. Because Zavrin has said he can use it to save the city of Azai, and in return for you fetching the amulet for him, he will give you access to his mages so you can take them back to the west and go fight the orcs and beat Ruspal and save the west. A whole bunch of shit happened in the desert. It culminated in these 3-way party splits. 1, you guys had gotten the amulet, but then when Eridan and Irina had touched it, they were whisked away somewhere, and it turns out that somewhere was the city of Mesro, the city back in Isari that had been whisked away over 100 years ago, and you guys had explored the ruins of that city. So in Mesro, they discovered it was this beautiful tropical paradise utopia in this floating city somewhere inter-Astronox, the night between stars, also known as like the... not the ethereal plane, the other one, the astral plane. And you guys discovered very quickly that Pharaoh, the mind-wiped Pharaoh, who really had no recognition of most of you, had arrived in Mesro as well. But each time he touched someone in Mesro, they were sort of corrupted and started acting strangely, and a few of those strange acting folks steered the city of Mesro into the Shadowfell and into the Demiplane, which held Dendar and Evil Pharaoh, and they were escaping that Demiplane as you guys fled the now destroyed, ruined, and collapsing city of Mesro.
Wait.
Yeah.
Sorry, the way you said it made it seem like there were 2 pharaohs. There's just 1 pharaoh.
There's one Pharaoh
that we know of.
that you know.
That's
There's-
evil.
Pharaoh in the desert had no memories, and then as soon as you entered that demiplane, suddenly he was like, "Yes, Dendar, mwahahaha."
Right.
All right,
Dendar party.
that was one plot.
seemed to me to be one player, one Pharaoh character body, but I don't know.
Next, we went back to Koros and Nadam. They had been knocked unconscious, and they were returned to Isik by the party, and they woke up there in Isik and they overheard Zavrin with some nefarious plotting. He was plotting perhaps to kill or remove Emerald, and when y'all followed his assassin, you foiled the plans, you took this magical knife from the assassin, and Emerald took you with him to go basically rat out Zavrin to his father, the Emperor, and it turns out that was a trap. Zavrin had set it up in a way that it looked like he basically framed Emerald to look like Emerald was trying to replace the Emperor.
To kill his own father?
Mm-hmm.
See, this is why I don't like elves.
Tricksy folk. So that's what's going on back in Isik. Then, back in the Nine Deserts, Theo and Bernham tried to teleport back to the city of Al-Zali, had a mishap, ended up deep in the Sand Sea, which is a giant sea of sand. It's like quicksand. It's like, like an ocean.
Hate sand.
You were
It's
picked
sandy.
up by a boat, fortunately, with a first mate who you recognized, a halfling back from Fensmore that was an old friend of Bernham's. And you guys went diving for some rare white marble, of which you were able to retrieve some.
With a classy old school diving bell.
Mm-hmm.
Aye.
But then the moon elves arrived, just as dusk came down and the moon came out. That full moon filled their sails, and they caught up with you, and we had a grand old boat fight as these vampiric moon elves basically wrecked your crew and your ship, and you had to take their ship. But you
I
kept their
always
horses.
thought the dwarves were exaggerating about the elves, but it's all true.
And so that's where we left the party. So I'm going to unify a few of these threads real quick. Irina and Eridan, when you materialized on that boat, when you came back and that amulet that was there, that boat is the boat that Theo and Bernham are on. It is that moon elf boat being captained by this crew here. The captain that vanished was their captain, who only showed up briefly at the end of the episode for continuity reasons.
One of those, okay.
So you guys arrive there, you have the amulet, you get confused, and as soon as you come out, you meet back up with Theo and Bernham. Serendipitously.
Hey guys.
What are you guys doing here?
Get these scallywags off my boat!
What are you stowing away?
Pirate now, Theo?
Stowing away
but
is
we
a loose
found
term.
this amazing
Where did
relic
it come
that looks
from?
exactly like me. Burnham, show him the marble we found.
Oh, look at this marble. It's amazing. Look, it's Theo.
Wow, it's Eridan!
They're clearly
Thank you,
weird,
Irina.
and also they're attractive, so it's obviously me.
It's obviously me.
I didn't do Eridan on accident, did I? No, it's Theo.
I mean, I feel like the artist's, intention ends when the art is completed. And then it's up to the
I
interpreter.
think the artist's
Fine.
intention ends when the artist is well in the ground, thank you.
Y'all are able to rest that night, and if needed, you are also able to potentially get a sending spell or something off to Koros and Nadam to communicate to them what the shit's happening with all y'all.
We're like, hey, we're on a boat. We're on our way to.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we on our way to?
The boat is heading north. They passed Al-Zali. They didn't really. We weren't able to supply up there. The line was too long to get into Al-Zali. So they've decided they're going to continue sailing north back up to Daristan.
Wait, but don't we need to go to Al-Zali to get the?
The amulet?
Yeah.
It's right here, man.
Oh, great. I guess you kind of did something good. That's probably good.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
crap,
responsible
were we
for
supposed
it
to
being
level
on this
up?
boat. You're welcome.
We got a level, didn't we?
Yes,
Yes.
you all are. Everyone should be level 16 now.
Ooh, forgot
That's an
that
ability score increase, if you're wondering.
Be sure to update in
Oh, I didn't do
StreamSite
that.
your things too, which you can do just in another
I-
tab and it'll automatically update.
Sorry, didn't do that.
I'm doing it now.
No worries. So y'all can, if you can, wait till you get to Daristan and go the long way back to Isik. You can first thing in the morning when Bernham gets his spells prepared. You could probably teleport back.
We could do that. Might
to
work
you.
better this time.
Okay.
I mean, otherwise it's a bit of a sail ride, isn't it?
It'll take a few days to get to Daristan, and then from there you guys know it's another good chunk of time to get up to Isik because you did it before.
And I don't want to hang out with
Teleport.
Zavrin.
I agree.
I hate elf names. They're all like Zin.
Aren't they the worst? You can't say them right. You gotta roll your tongue weird.
Isn't Koros an elf?
Quos is a half elf.
Half
All
goat.
right, well, you're half elf, half goat. I just feel like they shouldn't talk smack about your halves.
More goat. I don't like him either, though. So that's fine.
Oh my god!
I'm not there.
All right.
I'll be like, Koros is questionable, but he's gotten us through a lot of tough shit. So,
Are y'all going to teleport?
Sure.
well, okay.
Go ahead.
What, did you
I'm
want-
nervous. The last time we did this, it didn't work.
Theo, it's fine. We're going somewhere we know, and it's a little bit better. And also, remember, you've got the magic in you too.
What?
Think of a wonderful thing.
Isik, right?
Yes.
Okay, Isik, and we're familiar with Isik, aren't we?
Yes, and Isik has a... You're going to a permanent circle in Isik.
Perfect. Yeah, awesome. We know that. We know the code to that. He gave us that.
Yeah, you were there. He gave you the code before you left.
Awesome. Perfect.
Because this is the one on top of his house, right?
I can't fail then.
Yep, he gave you the sigil for... Sorry, the sigil. Sigil is the city. He gave you the sigil for his permanent circle so that you could return to his roof. So,
Nice of him.
whoosh, you are back in Isik.
Whew.
Oh, I meant, sorry. Because that's the...
Somatic and verbal component, yes.
Yeah.
It's just a verbal component. This fucking spells awesome, man.
The verbal
What's that
component is
about?
whoosh.
Wow!
Digging Illy.
Shazam!
And you have arrived back in Isik. You can see it's snowing a teensy bit, but not right where you are, just like a little bit up into the hills and the mountains. It's just sort of cloudy where y'all are at, and cold.
Cool.
Cool.
It's the middle of winter. I checked the calendar.
Perfect.
Jarring from the desert, which is always hot and awful.
Well, it's significantly nicer from where Arena and I just were.
Yeah.
I've got to have some cloaks in here
Yeah,
somewhere.
so what was it like inside? I mean, we would have talked on the boat, but what was it like inside Mesro?
Oh, it was amazing until it became permanent night, run by a snake god.
That wasn't
needed
as cool.
everything.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you about all the Dendar shit. Okay. In the past, on the boat, I gave Aridin a bunch of shit for releasing yet another powerful creature foolishly, even though it totally wasn't your fault.
I
know
never
that.
told you about the first one.
Oh. Well, for the first time, I'm giving you shit about, like, I can't believe you released Dendar. How did
It
you
wasn't
release
me, it was
Dendar?
her.
Huh?
It's your fault for leaving him when you teleported.
We
I thought-
didn't leave him. The magic, like, left him behind. Dude, I was holding that bitch's hand, and he fucking slipped, okay? He slipped. This is why I don't like magic. You can't
That-
count on that shit.
That strange fellow has something wrong with him. He doesn't teleport right.
Zavrin, it comes up
Allergic
the
to
stairs
teleportation.
onto the roof, and you see he's got his thick cloak on with the little bit of fur around it. It's like the same blue cloak, otherwise it's just thicker. And he says, "Good to see that you've all returned. Do you have the amulet?"
Wait. Do I notice that his cloak is slightly different?
Yeah.
I'm kind of a cloak junkie
Mhm.
at this
I've
point.
got to have cloaks in here. Come on.
And I'm like, yeah, we're all safe. Nice cloak. What's up?
He says, "It's for the temperature. It is. Lolth has begun. The Callans were yesterday.
Well, it is much nicer here than the desert. I'll say that much.
Did Corson and Nom respond to our sending and update us, or no?
What did you guys? You guys got a sending spell late last night. Like, hey, we're on a boat. We're all good. We'll be back tomorrow."
Excellent. Please, we await your return. I'd love to have someone to talk to, except besides elves.
Right, standing next to you, actually. I'm just in the room. I heard you. Never mind, doesn't matter.
It's a good sending spell. I like it.
Cool. Zavrin.
I'm sure Koros and I are having a great time. Lots of bonding.
Zavrin
So
puts
much
his
bonding.
hand out towards you, Aridin, and says, "If you don't mind."
Well, that was the deal.
He grabs it by the chain carefully. In his other hand, he takes a cloth and he wraps it around the amulet part, and then like ties it off so that it's protected and just the chain is sticking out. And then places it into just a small sack at his side.
So,
A
who
very
knew that thing
handy-looking sack.
teleports you places, huh?
And he says, I have had some research about the amulet, and I believe it has connections to other planes.
I feel like you could have
Sure
mentioned that touching it is bad if you knew that.
And he says, well, I wasn't sure until I had seen and heard what had happened. But regardless, you've all made it safe and sound. You've returned. And with this, with some study and some research, we can save the city of Azai. And he says, and as promised, I will provide you with a legion of mages to fight your war. But as you can see, and he points at the hills, he says, the month of Lolth has begun, and the paths to the south and to the west will not be clear for some time. The mages carry with them Hydrolon Dark, the substance that gives them their power and maintains our control over them. And as such, they cannot teleport long distances, or really any distances, with the dark. It is highly combustible, or what's the word? Jake's thinking of the word.
Volatile?
Volatile, thank you. Highly volatile once teleported. In the meantime, you are welcome to stay here at my estate. Spend some time with your family. He gestures to both of you, Theo and Aridin. And certainly at the end of the month, when Ascent begins, there will be festivities, which you are welcome to join in. You can be my guests, of course. And then you are welcome to head off to the west and go fight your war against the orcs.
End of the month?
Have we talked at all as a group about getting any assurances from him that he'll do what he says he's going to do with the amulet?
I don't know if we have any weight that we can hold over him, so I think we just need to take his word.
You could use your thing to
We
tell
can just
if he's
open
lying.
his skull.
Oh, okay, I'll tell if he's lying.
Yeah.
And you ask
yeah.
him to repeat the plan.
Yeah, so, clarification. First, there's the snow, and then what?
He says it over again. It all rings true.
Great, thanks.
And then I'll say to him, we will return once we're victorious to, take our family with us, and we appreciate your generosity in hosting them.
He says, of course. It's been my pleasure to host the Eldridge family.
Oh, Livy, so fresh.
They've been quite useful. They've been, he means like they've been like handy and like...
As
been helping
leverage?
Useful as
He just says they've been
participants
quite
in a
useful and
ritual.
leaves it at that, and it rings true, Aridin.
Great. Glad we got that all cleared up. I feel weird sitting on my hands for a month, but
Yeah, that's a long time, isn't it?
yeah.
He says you're welcome to utilize my utilities for sending spells to correspond with your generals back in the west as needed.
Here's the guest scrying mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we could use the time to formulate like a more solid plan of attack and just kind of figure out how we're going to go about doing this thing.
He says, be my guest. You are my guests. You can have the whole of my estate. I will be staying in my carriage.
Very well.
I'll
Cool.
be staying in my RV out back.
Not really,
Exactly.
though. This is massive. But yeah.
I'm not coming out of my trailer till winter is over.
And
Did
so
that
with
beautifully.
that, y'all have a month before the roads will be clear enough for travel. The month of Lolth or Oral, depending if you're elven or human for the name of the month, is just like really deep, shitty winter for like the whole month. Yeah.
I want to make weapons with my fam and my brodre for the war.
Absolutely.
Don't say Bro J ever again.
y'all can manufacture all sorts of masterclass weapons and even just like regular run of the mill. Excuse me. Ooh, sorry. Regular run of the mill weapons and whatever you want to make.
Great.
Like Zavern will provide you with resources and things. He's quite wealthy here, so.
Great. Yeah, that's kind of my main thing is like doing that, like getting the supplies as much as I can, and then maybe, I don't know, working with Nadam and everybody else to figure out like supply lines for our armies and shit.
Yeah.
Plus sending spell crap. So
Yeah, you guys can
magic
coordinate with
friends.
Rogar.
Theo, we should make sweet matching helmets.
Yeah, get some like awesome like officer armor and send them the designs.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. What
Yeah,
about
good
the
idea.
rest of y'all? Koros,
Oh.
Irina, Bernam, Nadam.
I want to avail myself of the scrying mirror,
All right.
and do a little reconnaissance, as I believe it's pronounced.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
I didn't know
see.
you spoke Draconic. That's very good. You have a very good accent
Well, thank you. I try very hard.
for someone without a fire gland. That's impressive.
I mean, let's start with trying to sort of figure out broadly where the orcs are. If I've got a month and I can cast this a couple times a day,
So I'm
you
just
know.
imagining now. I need to pause for a second. I'm just imagining now that certain words in Draconic have different meaning based on whether or not you crackle fire in the back of your throat or not during it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, go ahead.
If Koros wants to know, I'll teach him some really mean curse words.
but I probably won't be able to say them because I can't make the crackle noise.
No, you can get pretty close.
Just gargle a little bit while you talk.
So
It's all about that.
Aaron Evans, who's one of the authors of the Forgotten Realms books, has 2 of these really good blog posts on Draconic, as in her books, and there's some great curse words in there.
Nice. Yeah, so, like, well, I guess I'll start with maybe I'll try to scry on Roospaul and see if that produces any useful output.
Do you have the scrying spell?
I do have the scrying spell.
Cool.
And I see no reason not to put my 4, is it 5 now? I think, 4 a day all towards scrying. I don't imagine I'll be doing much else.
Excellent. Well, for the first 3, he chooses to succeed.
Well, so yeah, I don't think I can. I think you can't scry the same person repeatedly.
Is it like until the next day or whatever?
I believe. Yep. On a successful save, the target isn't affected and you can't use the spell for 24 hours. So, knowing that that's ineffective, I will attempt to.
Scry his lieutenants.
Yeah, I was going to say, try to scry, like, particular people. And maybe that means trying to get back in touch with Rogar or someone to learn
Yeah.
the names of specific orcs or targets that I could scry on.
Koros
Yeah.
plays Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, you can absolutely. So you talk to Silric, who is the leader of the Thieves Guild in Angate, and he
I
was
remember
the
that
spy
guy.
master. Yeah. And they've been able to gather
Snook.
some intelligence, and they get the names of some orcish generals like Zunag and Grodba and Perfag.
Grogbod.
Um,
He's got a Grogbod.
And you do your best to scry on them. Some succeed, some don't. You're able with the information that you're able to determine in general. Roospaul has. You've seen a lot of Roospaul's armies and groups seem to be led by these giant and powerful demons. You see
Nice.
these some of these really big demon prince looking things, not like the
Hey,
demon princes, but
it's not fair.
maybe
We don't have
demon
any
dukes,
demons.
like some big deal demons leading some of these armies just from place to place. A few
Okay.
times, and just various sorts of rank and file demons throughout his army, in addition to the orcs. You do notice there's some tension between the orcs and the demons, but basically, as chaotic evil, they kind of get along as long as they're fighting something.
Right.
You see that there is a massive construction project going on in the city of Zengrada,
I don't like that.
which the orcs, I believe, are calling Kalbrar Row, but I need to double check my notes. I have cool names for what the orcs call the cities instead. And they're building this massive, it looks like a wall that's almost dividing the city in half. But the bits and pieces you get, there's runes in the artwork. There's these lines that go through it that are lined with various, magic sensitive materials and things. It's this massive construction project. It's this massive thing throughout the city that is this big wall that will conduct magic somehow.
Not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good to know. Demons, giant magic conducting wall. I'm
I
with
want
it.
to fight some demons. Let's do it.
Demons be damned.
All right, Irina.
I would like to. I kind of want to see if I can ask around the city using like my family connections at all, and see if I can find out any information about Vizerin. And
Yeah. So the first thing you find out very quickly, is that Sophia is in town.
okay,
That she's staying somewhere nearby, and the rest of the party hears about this. And when you go to see her, she's like, "Oh my God, you're back! Like you just left, and I didn't know where you went, and I was considering booking passage back, but I didn't know." And
yeah, and I'll be like, it's okay. I'm sorry. Things have been rather confusing. And make sure she's okay, and be like, oh, sorry.
you're good.
Okay. And just kind of try to, figure out what's going on with her, and like,
Yeah. So she fills in, like, so she'll come, like over for lunch sometime when the whole party's there.
yeah, perfect.
And she'll say, like, she'll be a bit confused why you're asking, but she says, well, you came to Tartosha, and you told me that you were separated from the party, and we needed to go to Isik to see the Eldris family, and then we traveled all this way, and then we were here for some time, and you were spending time with them, and you had made these friends with all these wizards, and then you left
Uh,
a few weeks ago, and
terribly
everyone's
sorry,
here if anyone
Sophia.
wants to chime in.
Yeah. I'm terribly sorry, Sophie. I think there's been we've been rather confused. I know that the other me that we picked up in the ruins has been around, and I'm not sure if you were potentially traveling with her.
And she says,
The
well,
other you assuming your life?
I don't think so. She picked you up, but she's not around anymore. I don't know where she went. I'll ask Sophia if she has any idea where.
she has no idea. She just knows that the other you disappeared a few weeks ago, and now you're back.
I'll also. I'll
And
ask
she also
Sophia.
confirms that the other you had a scar across her eye.
So it was okay. Well, maybe I'll go asking about the rest of the town, about what, if anyone has seen this figure around,
It seems rather
and see if my friends
suspicious
can help
that
me.
you're at least worrying that your clone, I suppose, is wandering around claiming to be you and lying to your family.
Did you ask
Yes,
Sophia?
I mean,
Oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you ask Sophia about whether or not the other you also had contact with your mom while you were there?
Yes, she said she did, but briefly. And I mean,
You're there, Theo. You can ask her directly. Sophia's right there.
Oh, yeah, I'll ask about that. See what she says.
She came. She talked to Mother, to me, to the house servants, like everyone. She was.
It may be worth writing to your mother.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll write to mother.
Claiming to be your sister, Irina, not a clone of Irina with all the same memories.
I don't know who's who anymore. There's the
This
arena,
one's the original Irina.
the arena that
one's
came
the
to
other
me
one.
had a scar across her eye.
That's the other one.
So,
Okay.
This
Very
is the
clear.
one who you grew up with.
Yeah, it's imperative that we get this clear for her.
she
So we do
chuckles.
whatever we have to. I will pantomime as Scar Arena if I have to.
Yeah. She
and I will
chuckles
say, well, we never grew up
to you,
together.
Nadam, and yeah, it says, yeah, we didn't grow up together. We only just met this year.
What?
Yes.
Right.
Which is your sister?
She was a long-lost sister until this year.
Yes.
Oh.
Lily just realized
That
that
doesn't make sense, but whatever.
we don't need to write a letter to the mom. We can use our sending spell.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anyway, this one was born, and the other one was grown in a vat by witches.
All right. And to be fair, player knowledge, and you guys know this in character knowledge, that the other arena does have all of the memories of our arena.
Yeah.
And
know that.
experiences our arena's memories in real time.
She's just as
So,
much of a
okay.
person.
Yeah, no.
Evil person.
Grown
You
in a
just
vat
assume
by
everyone-
witches.
With the scar over their eye is evil.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what I learned from Disney movies and this game. So yeah.
Yep.
Can we? I know I'm making weapons and stuff, but yeah, I want to help. If there's any way that I can help her kind of investigate this, I'll definitely do that.
Not much more to investigate. That's all the information
Okay.
y'all have been able to find.
Is there any way to figure out what her motivations would have been? Like,
No?
did she say where she was going?
No.
No, I already asked that.
No, right. No. I mean, have we found any clues to where she ended up going?
Nope.
Sorry, that's what I meant. All right. And we talked to like ship captains and all the normal shit we
One
would
other
do.
piece you find out is that she spent... You do catch that she spent some time visiting various different members of the Arcane Circle. At all different levels. She spent time with Zavrin, she spent time with Emerald, she spent time with Vizerin, she spent time with other Arcane Circle folks. She met with a lot of different high-ups.
Maybe we should ask Zavrin what they met about.
Or we should ask a low-level bitch what they met about, and hold over that we're close with Zavrin as leverage.
Or we could do both.
I like it.
Both is good.
Why don't we start with
Best plan
Zavrin?
ever.
So Zavrin already told you what he knew about Irina, that she was just spending time with the Eldritch family and said she was there to see them.
That's all the
Right.
meeting was about?
Sorry, I don't mean like there was one meeting. I mean like she would regularly visit different Arcane Circle folks. She was here for
Okay.
like a month or two, I think, at least.
Okay, and so the meeting with Zavrin was about the Elders family.
Not just one meeting.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually,
She
A
would
visit.
regularly visit many of the Arcane Circle folks about different sorts of things.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll send a sending spell to my mother. Just checking in on her mostly.
And she tells you all is good, things are going well in Tartosha.
And then for Sophia, I will just say, please, if there's anything I can do to help, I don't know.
If you could
I hope-
convince one of your mage friends to maybe send me back to Tartosha, I feel out of place and it's been so long.
Of course. I'm so sorry.
And Mother, she's frail and
Give me a few days. I will arrange it.
if you need money to do that, let me know.
you guys know that Zavrin could do that for you if you asked him.
Oh,
Great.
Oh wait, Tartosha.
Burnham, anything you want to do?
Yeah, I want to go to the library,
Okay.
and I want to start doing some research on. Oh, sorry. First, I spend like an entire day with my head inside my sack looking for stash, and
Eventually you find him.
yeah, it's a long ritual.
What I'll say is the first time you try to go to the library, they won't let you in because you're not a mage.
I am. Right, you are. Are you open? And are there pedestrian days?
There are not. But when you talk to Zavrin about this briefly, he says, "Oh, we can get that resolved."
Good.
He writes up some papers that say you're a visiting scholar.
He is.
Absolutely.
And he gets you library access.
That's perfect.
Zavrin got you a library card.
I mean, his character art literally has him reading a scroll. I feel like he's definitely a visiting scholar.
I want to look up specifically stuff about the Find Familiar spell and ways that it can be manipulated, because I'm tired of spending all day trying to find my buddy.
All right.
I want to do faster than that. And
You mean
it's
stash.
perfect. Yeah, stash. Since I'm a level 1, I mean they don't know that I'm a real mage. That's a level 1 spell, is all. So that's like a perfect thing for a scholar to be researching.
Absolutely.
Meta magic about a level 1 spell.
Great. So,
A ritual in
are you just hoping to get a faster cast of it?
Yeah, in some way, or like even just information that would lead me to be able to find out more about that.
What's
even
the
just,
normal
like,
casting time for it?
10 minutes.
No, it's long. It's not a normal ritual. It's like an hour, I think.
10 minutes?
Normal casting.
wow.
Check that. Find familiar.
Pretty sure it's 10 minutes.
Just,
It
don't
is
do
1 hour.
anything evil.
Really?
Yeah, it's 1 hour.
Damn.
You find some theories, maybe they haven't been tested, on a version of the spell that can be cast in 10 minutes.
Interesting.
And you think that with some time, you could even extend these theories and narrow that time even tighter.
Who researches these methods?
Ancient scholars.
Ancient scholars, where?
Here in Asik.
This is like, I forget what it's called, the Old Kingdom or whatever.
The Old Empire, yeah. And
Old Empire.
the arcane circle of mages, the red mages of the arcane circle here in Asik, where the university is and where everything is like that.
And they're the ones who, like, cause the 9 deserts and crap like that, right?
The cause of the 9 deserts is uncertain. Akhmenrod did sort of imply that Zavrin was to blame.
Oh, really? I'm sorry.
Probably.
The other things
remember
you
we
have
did all
seen
that research?
pointed towards the dragons, the gemstone dragons being to blame. The calamity that made the 9 deserts is unclear who caused it, or how, or what caused it.
All right. So but there were people that figured this out.
Figured out the Find Familiar thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's folks here in Asik.
Cool.
Asik is part of the Old Empire. It's actually the second city to join the Old Empire.
Yeah, I think I'll take that, and I'll begin like looking for any like auction houses and just kind of hanging out at places where they sell these old relics and crap, and finding out like who purveys these old ancient items and might know more about that kind of thing.
So I don't. There's not really a market here in Asik for those items. Almost everything is owned by the Arcane Circle, which is sort of a combination of a political organization, a military organization, and a university. It's a sort of it assumes all 3 of these functions.
Are there any rich people in there that like collect a lot of these items personally that might
Some of the members of the Arcane Circle certainly do. There's 12 mages of the Arcane Circle, and they wear the blue robes, and they're like the bosses. It's very hard to get an audience with them. You think that Zavrin could certainly maybe get you an audience with some of them, but it all depends which ones like Zavrin and don't like Zavrin. Which right now a lot of people like Zavrin.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to get an audience with one of them if possible, but I don't know. Yeah. I'll go to Zavrin and on my own and ask him that. I'm sort of like spending a few days away from everybody.
Yeah, he names a few of the mages who are more interested in ancient artifacts and things.
It would not necessarily need to be an audience with the mage himself, just someone who knew of the history of such things, perhaps. A mage would be better, though.
And he says, I could perhaps arrange a meeting with one of his subordinates who would be willing to meet with you. He does not have the highest opinion of me and might not take someone at my recommendation.
Well, I would appreciate the meeting with anybody. Maybe I could weasel my way up.
So yeah, you can get a meeting with this person. So what do you want to get out of this?
Just like if there's a location or a modern practitioner or somewhere that I could find. I mean, I'm assuming he doesn't know off the top of his head how to do that, right?
So you think that like from the theories that you find in the library, you could probably get. It would take you a couple days of practice and of tweaking, but you could do it yourself.
And you've got a month.
Really?
Yeah, you've got a whole month to practice this.
Well, and if you can't figure it out in those couple days, then you can have the meeting.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. Never mind. Forget the meeting.
All right, Nadam.
Isham.
I've got a bunch of stuff I want to do first.
Okay.
I would love to work with the fantastic gilded Eldris brothers on designing some good anti-orc uh, standard weapons for the army back in West Azemar.
Yeah.
I'm thinking long spears, shields.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Some good stuff that allows us to stand against their disorganized charges.
Have you considered inventing the helicopter?
I've considered it, but
Have you heard of napalm? I think the dwarves invented it.
it's called Fireball.
Libby,
That's one thing I do.
That's what the mages are for.
Yeah, like
I-
some pikes would be good, honestly. Keep them all
Yeah.
the fucking way over there.
You fucking
Some force multiplying weapons that they can be sent back and manufactured by the dwarves.
Done.
I would like to research the capabilities of the mages and how they are deployed in battle.
Ooh, yes.
I'd like to learn about proper mage deployment. Are they like battleships? Do I only bring them out occasionally to keep them safe? Are they like shock troops?
They are like special forces.
Okay, so small teams striking important things.
Strike them in exactly what you want. Yeah, that's when combined with with the small number that you're gonna have, combined with a conventional army, you use them like special forces. You like the army will be attacking the front gates and they're gonna come around the side. The other thing that you could use them as is like if you want to spread them out a bit more, you use them like as various utilities. So like you have some be artillery. And
Do I have any royal artillerists who've got Eldritch Spear and
Have a
double
grenadier
spell
mage?
and a bunch of stuff so that they have like an Eldritch Blast measured in miles?
Yeah, you've got exactly. You'll have a mix of mages because there's different kinds of mages. The other thing that you learn about the mages is that they have roles, and there's very specific roles that they take when they're being a police force or when they're being a military force. But that each time they take the Hydrolon Dark, they respec basically. They can totally change out their prepared spells.
That's really
They
cool.
can totally change their tattoos on their body change because the colors and the shapes of the tattoos indicate their position and rank and role.
I would just like to request the Mage Commander's Handbook.
Right. You know that they don't have they have names, but they don't use their names in like a formal setting like this. Their names are deeply personal things. So they are like I am 9th of 12.
Like Borg.
Like Borg, yeah.
but
Their
also,
rank.
but
It's their-
also because name magic has power.
Right, and the first of so that they're in groups of varying sizes. 12 is pretty standard, because that's the number of folks in the arcane circle, and that's like an important number to them. And the first is the one who has the Hydrolon Dark and will give it out to his members, in descending order. And as you do well, you rise or lower in the order.
You must go lower.
Like the Jem'Hadar, if we're going to be using Star Trek references.
Yeah,
I was
I would
thinking,
just
like- The Bennett sisters, but whatever.
I would like to find out everything I can about how to properly deploy and manage mages in the field. If you want to send me a thing later
Okay.
that we can say Nadam is reviewing,
Yeah. Absolutely.
a book on mage strategy.
They are very, very versatile, is what you find out. That you can. There are all sorts of tactics and things because the mages have been around for thousands and thousands of years. That they train all these things that each time you need them to fulfill a different role, they can take a dose of Hydrolon Dark, completely
it.
respec and do that role.
So and I'm guessing I'm getting like 3 columns of mages or something. So
Something
like
like that.
36 mages.
Yes, that's roughly yeah.
They work in like teams of 12, and I have 3 teams.
Exactly. That's what you're gonna get.
Perfect. Can work with that. I paint some pictures. So I paint some portraits because I know how to paint, and I haven't gotten to paint in a while. I have a whole list of paintings I'm going to do. And I need to go shopping and get a nice outfit.
All right.
Reasonable. Those are all reasonable things.
Not
That's
Fat
everything.
Dragon for nothing.
Excellent. So, you guys have all this time, this whole month to square this way. Towards the
Wait!
end of the... Yep,
I thought of another thing I wanted to do.
go ahead.
I want to bond with my family and shit. I could go into
Absolutely.
detail, but I feel like it would waste screen time. But I want to take care of my mom and tell her how much I appreciate her.
Yep.
There's a very happy montage.
I want there to be a dope montage of me making soup with my mom and like bothering Amos and like making my father proud.
Like people laughing at jokes and going, "Oh, you."
Yeah, exactly. It's like the end of any good '80s movie. That's what I'm going for.
And then Theo walks out and puts his fist up because it's Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. All of those things happen. You guys have plenty of time. Closer towards the end of the month, you're approaching the Ides of either Ilustrai or Lathander, depending Elvish or...
Woo!
or-
Lathander!
What dragon month is
Yeah.
it?
I don't know, because we haven't mapped your dragon calendar to all of my calendars, which we need to do.
Gotta do it.
Tell you right now what month it is.
The calends of Lathander is when Ascent begins, and it's maybe roughly a week before then, maybe a little longer, and there is some of the servants come back to where you guys are staying. You guys are in a common room, and a servant says, "Madam Cole, or Madam is someone who's married. What's the? I know there's different words for fancy people. I don't
I
know.
don't know that stuff.
Miss
What
Coliana.
kind of fancy person?
Miss
Oh,
Coliana.
sometimes, yeah, mistress is sometimes.
Mistress
Oh,
Coliana.
no. Oh,
A
yeah.
gentleman is here to see you at the door.
Oh, to
He-
see me.
He's in the sitting room.
Collar.
Very well. I will go and see who it is.
So you head towards the sitting room. Is anyone going to eavesdrop?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, we're all fucking eavesdropping. I'm like,
Excellent.
who this bitch rolling out?
Everybody in the hallway, peeking around the corner.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Our heads are all lined up.
Peeking around the
against
corner.
door frame, yeah.
It's like Burnham, Nadam, Aridin, Theoden, Arena, Goat.
Yeah.
Well, Irina's going in
Exactly
the
where
room.
my head went.
Oh yeah. Super
Do I notice them doing this?
Group stealth check.
Group stealth check from all of
Stealth
you
check.
and a perception check from you,
Silent-
Irina.
Like Harry Potter, silent fight of who gets to listen at the keyhole and who gets to listen at the crack in the door.
Irina, as you come in, you see a well-dressed dusk elf. This is the same
Come
kind
on,
of
guys!
She got a 6 on perception. It's fine.
It's okay.
Oh,
Karina noticed nothing.
Irina doesn't notice, but y'all are hella obvious, and you think that he might notice.
Sorry, so who is it?
It might matter.
As you enter the room, Irina, he immediately stands in the sitting room. He's this well-dressed dusk elf, and he bears a similarity to Emerald.
Oh.
Clearly not him, but looks kind of like him. And he says, Irina, Miss Coliana, I was thinking about what you said, and I was wondering,
What the fuck is happening?
Irina Coliana, would you do me the honor of attending Ascent at my side?
He tries to poison you, I'm gonna cut his arms off.
I have no idea they're there. So, why? Of course, I would be honored. That would be very kind of you.
You see, he's this big smile fills his face, and then he tries to gain his composure. He's excellent. My servants will be along to communicate with you the colors that we'll be wearing, so that we can
What color is my
Toggles.
little tunic for
Coordinate.
tonight?
Toggles.
How old does this guy
Sort
look?
of green with another green.
This guy looks. It's hard to tell with elves. A little older than Emerald, but Emerald was on the younger side for an elf.
Okay. And
What
can I
is this
make an-
older brother
does
shit?
Is he genuinely kind of nervous?
What
Or
is
this
his?
an act?
What are his intentions with our paladin?
I will take insight checks if you like.
I would like to insight check on this bitch.
Go ahead.
Also, when did they have a conversation? Now I'm really confused.
Got a 2.
Only 12.
Do I not know about when they had a conversation, Jake?
None of you are aware, including Irina, of when y'all ever had a conversation. You're not even sure who this is.
Oh, okay, great.
Definitely other arena, but still.
But still, he's
I thought
clearly
your
Emerald's
face
brother.
seems to be improving.
Did you...
Oh, are you okay?
Like, you guys are not sure. He could have ulterior motives, but like all of his outward appearances is nervousness and like infatuation, right?
All right, he checks out for now, but I'm keeping
Not
an eye
Strahd.
on him.
Not Strahd. The only important check is it Strahd.
He's excellent. I will see you soon. And he
Yes.
like tops.
I bet
and
Strahd smells like vinegar.
He turns and he walks out, and then he comes back and he goes over to the coat rack and grabs his coat, and then he goes to walk out, and then he comes right back and grabs his hat, and then he walks out.
Everyone.
Past all of us.
No, the door is the other way, the front door.
Everyone act natural. Or like,
Oh, yeah. We
guys
always
all-
always in the next room.
Scurry
Just-
back to the common room.
So as I walk
I'm
in,
painting.
Mm-hmm.
Mid-painting.
Interesting point, Theo. I never considered it that way before.
Theo's like trying to play chess, but doesn't know how to play chess.
He's like got the board sideways, and there's no
Yeah,
one else
and, like,
playing
I'm
with him.
moving like a bishop, like a pawn.
I've never
So,
Boros,
considered
turn your
it.
head. I'm trying to get your horns right.
I walk in and be like, so
No.
I think I just met Emerald's brother.
Oh,
Oh, did you now?
Oh, really?
I didn't know he had a brother.
Fucking Shrek over here.
I think Koros is
Really?
exactly cracking up.
I mean, none of you are exactly subtle, so.
No, none of us are
Does
subtle, and
this seem
Koros
look
is.
normal to me? Is this how Theo always plays chess?
You've never seen Theo
Actually,
playing
probably.
chess before.
He's just moving pieces around randomly on the board.
Doing
Playing
this.
against himself, and every time he has to go to the other side to move that side's piece.
It's like
sits
Gary's
on the other
game,
side.
but it makes no sense.
Yeah.
All right. So
Um,
what y'all figure out in a short period of time is that his name is Dor Faran, and he is the heir to the throne. He is the eldest son of Casimir, of Emperor Casimir.
Punching above your weight.
But wait, you say you never have met this person?
She's a princess of a kingdom or something.
No, I have not, but I believe that my family knows him and
She
their
is
family.
a Tartoshan noble, so
How did he know that you were in town?
To be honest, I'm not sure, but I think perhaps Sophia. I don't know.
Sending spell. Investigate. Everything is suspicious right now. We're at war.
Sending spell. Wait, sending
We're
spell to
at
who?
war.
Just
Sophia's
Sophia.
still in town. We can just go ask her.
Oh yeah. All right. Fine. You want to do it old school?
Hello,
Okay.
operator. Get me Sophia.
I put down the honestly very nice painting of Koros I was doing. I gave him ram horns instead of whatever he's got. To look better.
yeah.
More regal. I start,
Well, gee, thanks.
sketching outfits because Arena needs to wear something.
Yeah. So you guys talk to Sophia,
This
and
is
what you
theory.
get from her is that she knows that other Irina did talk to Dorfaran at least once or twice. But the Dorfaran also came to Sophia and was asking about Irina and asking what kind of flowers she likes or what kind of colors she likes or other things like that.
Are you coming into the middle of a courtship that you haven't been part of?
I think I may be.
That's because that's awkward and usually doesn't end well.
Also, what do I wear?
Well, we'll wait till we hear from his attendants on the color scheme.
Good move.
The
I
evil
think the Dom is
plan
already mentally
and
prepping her
color
outfit.
scheme.
What
Well-
happens, Dorfaran was mistaken. The lady gets to pick the color scheme.
Oh.
Oh,
So, Irina, what color scheme are you picking that Dorfaran will then have to contend with?
Ooh, what color are your eyes?
I think Arena has, I think she just has brown eyes. Like she has
Oh.
I
pretty.
can double check our character
I'm
description.
so
on this
disappointed,
page, but
Lily.
I thought
I know.
they were like silver. I don't know.
That'd be
No,
cool.
because
Fancy.
she wears a lot of
Coolies.
I think she wears a lot of gold and like red is usually
Okay.
what she's wearing.
That would
Oh,
be fun.
Tartosian colors. Okay.
So maybe gold
do you have
and
like
red.
a-
or
you have
more
like a sketchbook?
warrior.
Maybe gold and red and silver and red.
If we could get like
Okay.
a maroon kind of velvet fabric.
I like that, Theo.
Gold trim.
Are we
right.
thinking?
He was staring at a bishop. He's like, yes.
And maybe he wears silver with red trim.
Mm-hmm. Are we
Okay,
thinking more flowy formal or sort of like dressed up warrior?
I feel like it's flowy formal. This is like a festival, right?
Ascent, as you guys
Yeah.
understand, is a big deal. The two major holidays of the Old Empire are Ascent and Descent, when the court goes above or below ground, and historically, traditionally, would switch between Drow and High Elf leadership. But you know, for the last several thousand years, it has been always a Dusk Elf emperor.
Oh.
And is it gonna be shitty and cold?
It will just start to be warming up, but it will still be a little cold. But you, as you understand it, you can ask around. The ball will be indoors.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So maybe a cloak when you come in, and then you can take it off.
With like just a
Also-
little bit like a fur trim.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I like
I
it.
really like all the
I
effort
like
going
it.
into this outfit making. I'm having so much fun.
Think
I'm showing off
Belle-
ideas.
Belle and the
Woo!
Snow
Yes.
Queen.
Fashion
Yeah,
blog.
yeah.
Good.
All right,
So,
excellent.
question.
I want us to be like working on this, and then my mom pop in with ideas.
Yes.
She never had a daughter. She's probably really excited.
Oh, and Jake, if it is the end of winter, then it is Gold Dragon. Is the month,
Mm. Excellent.
and there's probably a big holiday coming up.
Yeah,
Probably.
absolutely. Ascent, the month of Lathander, when Ascent happens, does straddle the New Year. It's on either side of the solar New Year.
Cool. I go get to work on these outfits.
Excellent.
I go find a tailor.
Zavrin informs all of you that you will be his honored guests at Ascent, at the Ascent Ball, if you would like to join on the Calends, the beginning of Ascent. And so he can refer you to his tailor.
Does anyone else want a fancy outfit?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I want
But-
a fancy outfit for sure.
But
Alright.
also,
Fancy it up.
what did we find out from Zavrin about Evil Arena?
That
He told you a lot of this before. That just the arena showed up. She was, being a little nosy, but otherwise taking a vested interest in the Eldris family and how they were doing, things like that.
Does he know anything about these meetings between her and Casimir's eldest son?
He does not. And Alex just reminded me of something important. Esmeralda is also here with the Eldris family,
Hey Theo,
which you know.
Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah.
you should
Okay,
probably
sorry.
hold off on picking your colors for your
Other thing that I was gonna do during this month, if she's there, sparring practice
All right.
of both varieties.
Oh, okay.
But also, yeah, I'll let her pick a color scheme and we'll go for it.
Fantastic. She's super excited.
And Dom can do all the outfits.
Great.
I told her she can't bring her rapier.
Eridan, do you have a date?
I'm going stag, I think.
Oh, all right,
you're taking
insist.
Baron. What are you talking about?
Random, yeah.
I'll go with you. I'm happy to. Yeah.
Oh, good to know.
Could I actually have an outfit too? A small one?
Of course.
I don't think we need to coordinate colors, though. That might be too much.
Or no?
Burnham's offended.
All right, fuck it. We'll coordinate
Good enough.
colors.
Good enough.
And then Koros and Nadam.
I don't think we'd match.
Yeah, I think that might. Either colors or personalities would clash.
Sounds
there.
like
don't
a sounds
wanna
like a bad joke. A goat and a dragon walk into a ball.
I'm not going as a goat. I'm going to turn myself human.
You should go as a goat. I could do
Embrace
cool
yourself.
things with your horns.
I'm hoping that
I could
Esmeralda
alter self and give myself better horns.
Do it.
do that. That would be really cool. Switch it up, live it up.
But mostly human looking.
All right.
All right.
Human, but with some ram horns. Got it.
There you go. That works.
I'm hoping Esmeralda picks either some a really nice dusky purple or like an emerald, something like either of those. I would be okay with.
Like, it's completely up to you. And she says something like,
But really, these colors are good.
You figure out, or maybe other people realize, and Theo doesn't, because Theo's wisdom is 8. She doesn't care that much about the color, and so she picks that sort of regal purple because she knows that's what you want. She also, Nadam, she asks for that more, that you're saying, the warrior look, the dressed up warrior look. She wants to have her rapier. She wants it to still be functional. That if shit went down,
Theoden will be the pretty one.
That's fine with me.
Theoden, your cloak, your black feather cloak with the gold tips, you're gonna work that into your outfit?
If I can.
Excellent. Cool. Anything
I'll
else
do
anyone
my
wants to
best.
square away before Ascent Ball?
probably need dance lessons.
Yeah, probably.
Good call. Yeah, we don't know any of the local dances. Okay, so by day, we build weapons. In the afternoon, we take a fashion design break, and then in the evenings, we all do dance lessons. This is an amazing schedule.
This has been such a great vacation.
Excellent. This is what we do up until the Calends of Lathander, or Ilistrai.
Aradin, I know what you're thinking, but don't worry. I'll be the dwarf in the dance.
Who's hosting?
Okay.
Oh
Who's
yeah.
hosting?
The opening of Ascent, the Calends, is hosted by the Emperor in the Great Spire of.
Is this
of
a thing you
Azai.
bring gifts to?
No.
Okay.
There's nothing you could bring
can
the
we
Emperor that he
learn-
doesn't already have.
I know, but like it's the gesture.
Can we learn?
He doesn't
anything
have a
about,
thing from me.
like, traditionally, what might happen? Like any ceremonies that we should know?
You get a primer from Zavrin. You, as guests, will all be fine. He says, though, Irina, if you are going with Dorfaran, you will have to enter with the royal family. There's a procession. You come down the stairs. He says, it's quite simple, really. Just don't trip.
I will work on that. I have pretty low decks, so we'll see.
All right.
I have left a thank you for hosting us present for Zavrin in his study. It is a imposing regal portrait of him.
Ooh, he would love that, actually.
Yeah, he probably really would.
He's a bit of an
It's in the-
egoist, so...
It's in the Dragonborn style, so the features are kind of jagged, but it kind of just makes him look more intense.
He has pretty jagged features, so...
He's a jagged seeming guy.
Some of those,
It kind of works for him. It looks good for him.
He's
some of those, like, Van Gogh
bald, but his
portraits,
head is
the
still kind
eyes
of
are very
pointy,
intense.
and he's got the pointy
Mhm.
ears. And
Oh yeah, it's perfect for enchanting, so that it follows you with its eyes.
he's got a pointy beard, you know.
Can I cast mass suggestion on the painting such that when you look at it, you feel like Zavrin's really imposing?
That is not needed. You already feel that way when you look at this painting.
Amazing. I'll tell him I did
Right?
it anyway.
Zavrin is-
So I'm gonna.
he will be very
ask
happy
the
when he returns to his study and finds it.
There we go.
Excellent.
I'm gonna ask the group if I'm gonna be interacting with the royal family. Is there anything I try to curry some favor with the emperor?
If I
Don't
were
bring
you,
up
it's
Emerald.
your date. Do whatever you like. But if I were you, I would just focus on being nice tonight. Maybe
Not
finding
tripping.
out
Okay.
why. Try to glean some of the details of this previous courtship that we don't remember. But ultimately, just be polite.
All right.
Okay.
The
so
last-
as Arena's getting ready, she's just whispering to
and-
herself, "Don't trip. Remember, don't trip."
Also, I have to be upfront. If you're planning on sleeping with this guy, I need all of your gold now. Because this is a standard problem. And I'm the solution.
Is it an issue you've had before?
Yes, not with myself, with other people.
Very well.
All right.
All right. The few nights...
Penniless Arena.
The
Point of
few
ball.
nights before Ascent Ball, gifts are sent over to the Zavrin estate for Irina from Dorfaran. Flowers of whatever her favorite kind are, which I assume are something they're probably a weed, because that's probably all the flowers that grew in Barovia.
Yep.
They're like this. They're like a lovely
It's like
little purple
dandelions.
flower, but
Yeah.
it's a
Favorite flower, grass.
Some like nice elvish chocolates, other sorts of things. He sends you gifts for a few nights in a row. Some nice smelly candles. I don't know what else.
Slayer kind of thick.
And then,
Nice. Candles.
as was expressed via servants to you, he would like you
So-
to. He will
So
come
far,
and
I approve.
pick you up in a carriage. You will ride over to the teleportation circle. You will teleport to Azai, and then ride up to the palace.
Okay.
And you've got your outfit.
Got my outfit.
And you've got the hat.
So
There's a hat.
And you have the clasp. But the clasp is very important. The cloak won't stay on without it.
Yep. Gotta use clasp.
and it's the symbol of
Ilmater.
Ilmater. Yeah.
It's bound hands. Okay.
Yeah. In a
The hands are tied
what-
together. The hands of the clasp and they're tied together.
No,
At
other
the
class
heart.
would make sense.
Yeah.
Exactly. He comes and he picks you up. He's super nervous at the door, but he looks fantastic. He's well dressed in a traditional elvish
I
outfit,
want
but
this guy to be
with
evil.
with these fantastic, we said silver and red, right?
I sent his tailor what it needed to look like.
And it looks fantastic. It fits him well. He's very well built. And he takes your hand, and he leads you up into the carriage, and then he goes around, and he sits in, and the carriage carries you off. The rest of you, Zevran has arranged for y'all to have your own carriage. He'll be arriving separately. Same thing, but a little later than that. Your carriages go over to the teleportation circles. They teleport whole carriages one by one. There's a bit of a queue.
Very efficient.
And then the carriages bring you up to the spire of Azai. So, as you know before, Azai has this massive underground cavern component to it. But here tonight, you instead of going down below, they take you up the bridge and over to the upper spire that is above ground. Because this is Ascent. So this ball is above. You see
Describe everyone's
a
outfit.
huge variety of people. You see lots of high elves and drow nobility once you get up there to where the palace is, but even along the way you see all sorts of the common folk lined up along where these carriages are going, and they're waving at the nobles and trying to see everyone in their beautiful outfits, and it really is a spectacle. It's like the Oscars.
At least the elves seem to be having a good time.
And what are you wearing tonight, Arena? Oh, it's an Adam original.
A Nazir.
I was just so excited that he said he designed it for me. It was great.
All
And
right.
the earrings are Eldress.
You guys' carriage arrives. You go out. You enter into the ball. You know the doors let you in. There's this big, giant ballroom off of the main tower. You're on one of the lower levels. As you understand it, there will be more balls that will go. They'll be higher and higher up in the tower as they go, and with less and less people as it gets more and more exclusive.
Ooh, fancy.
The top
throughout
floor
the
is
month.
just the Emperor dancing by himself.
But that will be throughout the month. This is the first ball of Ascent, and so like all of the nobility are here. And
This is the fun one.
this is the big fun one. Yeah, exactly. And so you come in and you see that there's this fantastic display of food. You still find Elvish food a bit bland, but this is still pretty exciting. There's people dancing. They've got the straight up 1800s. Like there's the violins there and the cellos, and they're playing some music, and people are doing one of those dances where you step back and then someone goes through the middle. And Lily, these have a name. Line dances, like the old
Yep, we're line dancing.
exactly. And then so you guys mingle, you blend in, you start doing your thing. But then ding ding ding, a bell rings, the music fades, and they say the royal family. And up these big old stairs, these big doors open.
Do you think they look like?
And you see they start announcing various dukes and duchesses and aunts and uncles and cousins until they get to first you see
The
it's
real royal family.
the real royal family. Emerald's little brother, who's just by himself, whose name
Gip
I
or
wrote down
something.
somewhere and is missing. They mention Emerald, but he does not come out. And then they say, the Crown Prince, Dorfaran, and his companion, Lady Irina Kolyana. Of House.
Is
what's
it
the-
Kolyana or?
No, so that's her name, but I guess they would use the name of your family in Tartosha, Sylvain.
Yeah,
Lady
Sylvain,
Irina
yeah.
Koliana Sylvain of House Lady Irina Koliana of House Sylvain.
She's fantasy Spanish. She's got like 15 names.
Exactly.
Accurate.
And they change all the time.
Yeah.
And they open the doors, and Nadam, your work is perfect. It's exactly what you wanted. Framed
the
in the
way
doorway as they
going up the
come down the
stairs.
stairs, that red carpet. Ah, it's exactly what you imagined.
Oh, I was worried it'd blend in a weird way with the carpet, but no, it's perfect.
I'm gonna tear up a little bit.
And they say, and finally, Emperor Casimir and Empress, I don't have her name in front of me because I don't have my notes. Where's my Dusk Elf names?
That's an
Dazira.
even more elaborate Spanish name.
I rolled a 16. I didn't fall. It's okay.
And Empress Dazra. Lily, give me a cookie. And the Emperor comes in, imposing big fur on his coat thing. Looking very regal. And they come in.
He's got like a 10-foot train.
Everyone has the royal family is sort of on the they've come down the first set of stairs, and then the two stairs go down to the side, and on that part in the middle they've stopped, and they've all sort of standing there as the family, and the Emperor comes forward and he says a few words. You can tell that some of them are specific to the times, but some of them appear to be pieces of traditional things that would be said at the time of Ascent. Thanks to the Drow, not only for their help in the founding of Azai and of the Empire, but for caring for our empire for these last 6 months. And then it's this whole thing. And then when he finishes, everyone applauds, the royal family descends, and the music begins again.
I want to describe everybody's outfits I made for them real fast.
Real quick.
Koros is rocking a sort of like very Peter Baelish Littlefinger sort of thing, narrow cloak, but it's got this fun like iridescent thread in it, so that when the light hits him just right, it shimmers in weird, cool ways. Burnham is rocking a very dwarvish like suit.
He's got a kilt.
Oh yeah, it's got a kilt.
A kilt and a doublet, and it's like
And the top is gray and the bottom is like that sort of cool lava-y color like your guild letters. And Aridin has a similar outfit, similar like color scheme, but more human. Both rocking it. Theoden has like a super, like the darkest purple cloth I could find, along with like a burnished gold trim so that it goes with his cloak.
I die. I look so beautiful. I would wear it myself.
And then Esmeralda.
And Esmeralda looks amazing in a much lighter purple, lighter gold, sort of like breastplate thing happening, armored skirt.
But she's still got that beautiful raven hair.
Oh yeah, it looks fantastic.
Ugh.
And Dom, what are you wearing?
And I am, because it is Gold Dragon month, and that is the month dedicated to sculpture, I'm wearing sort of, it looks sort of similar to what I usually wear, only it's sort of like bulked out a little. Like, to look a little stiffer, a little more marbly. Like, to make, I'm trying to cut a statuesque figure.
Awesome.
Nice.
And that's what everyone's wearing.
Thank you for the amazing outfits.
Everything seems to be going well when
God, why do you do this?
That's always what happens. I didn't even get a chance to threaten Irina's date yet.
those of you with passive perception above 15
What up?
Woo, not me.
notice
Not me. Woo.
a bit of chaos happening on the edge of the ballroom. You see that
Well, I do love
through
chaos.
one of the gardens, one of the doors leading out to a garden there, someone has come in there and is arguing with the guards and fighting with them. And as you take a little peek, because these things are always sort of interesting, you get that curiosity, your curiosity peaks, and you look over, you see Irina, but with a line across her eye, and I'll take insight checks.
I'm good at those.
Only from the people of above
Correct.
15, right?
Well, I'm obviously dancing with Burnham, so I will inform him.
yeah, we're dancing very elegantly. We're doing the flight of the peacock.
The flight of the peacock.
That classic dance.
Bobby, set your drop down.
I had to reload, that's right.
Which
That's what
of
I
these
did.
are recent? I can't tell because the last thing you rolled was also insight. Eridan,
I didn't
there-
roll insight this time because
Koros,
I have passive perception of 9.
you don't get this. Nadam and Eridan, you get this. She seems almost maybe confused or drunk or something is off. But y'all are able to make out some of her words as you edge a little closer, or you listen in a little bit. That she's saying something like I'm supposed to be here. She took my place. She replaced me. I'm the one.
Does not get him.
Things along those
I don't-
lines. And the guards,
I don't know this is happening.
the guards are confused because they recognize her, but
Arena's right there.
But she's not wearing the dress and the scar, and she seems kind of drunk, and so they're confused, and they're trying to keep her quiet and subdued till someone can figure out what to do.
So she
I
doesn't cause a
see.
scene.
I see Eridan sees this too, and I kind of like nod at him, like nod at the door, like we should go check it out. And we go over, and I'm just sort of like pretend to be chatting with Eridan.
Oh yes,
and-
quite indeed, indubitably.
To interrupt
absolutely. This
Eridan and
is-
Burnham's dance, so to pull them away from the flight of the peacock.
I know this is the solo part anyway.
Baronum, just keep it up. Doing great.
All right.
My girlfriend and I take bets on how long Branham's going to continue to climb up the peacock.
How long do I have to do it?
I don't know how it finishes. And we go over to the door, and sort of, I want to look kind of confused by the sight of Irina out there, and being like, what's going on here?
And they say, nothing to be concerned with, sir. We have it under control.
And I say, I'm sure you do. Thank you for keeping any imposters out of the ball.
And she looks at you. She says, Nadam, it's me. It's me. I'm Irina. You know me.
And I say, we have met. And you do call yourself Irina. But the Irina who I knew before that little incident in the tomb is in here. And apparently, if the guard says you're not on the guest list, you're not on the guest list. Perhaps we can grab a drink afterwards.
But no, we had to. I don't remember. She seems a bit confused again.
May I insight check?
Mm-hmm.
It's just genuine confusion, like Pharaoh.
She does seem genuinely confused. Like pieces are missing, something is missing. You also know the other piece that everyone filled you in on is that the last time that y'all saw other Irina, she was decaying.
Yeah.
It's true.
And they both, Pharaoh and Irina, ran off at the same time.
Correct.
Who was with who met Pharaoh and the Dendar business?
Eridan and Irina did.
I pull Eridan off to the side and I ask him, was Pharaoh turning people evil when he touched them before or only after he got his memory back?
Before.
Oh. Well, I won't touch her then. I think we should talk to her, though.
I agree.
I-
Maybe
I-
away from the party business.
I look to the guard, and she's like outside trying to get into the party.
She's actually just inside the doors. Like there's some like columns before the doors, so she's sort of at the edge, on the periphery. And they're not letting her go any further in.
I ask the guard, would I be allowed to speak with her privately, hopefully smooth this over?
And he says, "We're
We'll
waiting
step
here
right
to
outside, and
we're waiting here to hear from our captain." He says, and he looks to Irina again. He says, "Lady Kolyana, if you would step outside." And she's no, I need to find they'll know. I just need to find more of them. They'll help. They'll know.
Find who? More of who?
You don't believe me. Maybe Theo will. Maybe
I believe you.
I want to hear your story, Arena. Why don't we go outside? I'm very confused as well.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check.
May I assist, since I am also
Ew!
trying to poke her
You
out
can
here?
also make a persuasion check.
Sure. I'm pretty good at those.
Aridin, you start to say, and she's, no, you're just gonna keep me away from Theo. Theo will know. And then,
Please. We're not going far. Just out into the hall. We'll talk, and then we'll come right back in. I'm sure by then the guard captain will have it all smoothed out.
and with that, she'll say, okay,
Theo's not going far.
all right. And she'll like step back away from the guards and step back out the door. You guys are now on a little covered patio that's kind of like a long hallway along the edge of the ballroom here. There's gardens out beyond, which are
like a balcony.
snow covered right now. And
All right.
she teeters a
Deep
bit.
breath. What's wrong?
She says, she replaced me. I'm supposed to be in there. I'm supposed to be with all of you.
Do you
Who replaced
remember? Oh,
The other me.
The one
Her.
from the tomb.
The one from the tomb.
Where have you been?
I don't remember.
Tell me the last thing you remember.
We were in the desert. No, we were in a Sikh. I'm not sure anymore.
Do we
Alright.
know prior to this about the connection between their minds?
You do.
And this one has the scar.
This one has the scar. You know that at some point in time, Other Arena was in Isik, and we were in the Nine Deserts. This all rings
And we've
true.
been with our arena the whole time.
It seems to me that she's getting confused herself. Sorry, I'm
Like-
not here. Never mind.
Like,
You've
from leaving the tomb,
Fair enough. Do
we've
your
been
job.
hanging out with Arena.
Yes, there have been times when Arena has been on her own.
But she always comes back without the scar.
Give me a let's just do like just straight wisdom check.
I'm good at those.
Pretty good at that.
Only a 7.
Airden?
she's not wearing a ton, right? And we're outside.
She seems to be wearing just regular like leather armor.
Okay, I want to like reassure, so I want to like give her like my cloak or something and be like, it's okay. I don't have any tea or anything.
And give me the wisdom check.
I don't have any tea.
That's what Theo has taught me is
Tea.
Bring them tea.
Airden, you remember that the one time that you were conspicuously away from your arena was when you guys all teleported to Al-Zali from King Haroon.
right. She didn't come with us.
Something pulled her out of the teleportation, but then she arrived later and everything was fine.
That's right.
And it was our arena, and what did Arena say happened during that period?
She said that she was just like, from her perspective, you guys all teleported and then she just landed. Like,
Okay,
there was just
so
like a delay.
we had teleported at that point from King Haroon's place, right?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna ask her if she remembers the gypsy or the genie king.
And she thinks for a minute. She's hard-pressed and she says, "Yeah, the Haroon. She's just, but no, Vizerin was there. Vizerin was, or was it Strahd? You guys know that Strahd and Vizerin look the same.
And we're not there.
Right.
I want to put my hand on her to comfort her shoulder, but I heard that might turn me evil. And I say,
Airden, you
I
said you put
bel-
your cloak around her?
I did.
Okay.
I can have touched her in that process because I'm not overly concerned.
and Aridin, all of this is ringing true. I might whisper,
Oh, I can turn on my thing.
as I
Keep
ask her
asking
question,
questions.
ask her questions about what she remembers. Just like she believes she's the real Irina.
It it it
That she doesn't remember where she's been.
it rings true that she doesn't remember all the details. It rings true that she remembers Haroon. It rings true that she remembers Vizerin.
And it rings true that she believes to be the real Irina.
Yes. You're not clear what the real Irina means to her or you. That could be where that.
Well, I would ask specifically, you're not the Irina that we found in the Tomb of Annihilation.
Gotcha. And she says, no, we met in. Well, I met you. Well,
Yeah,
not
that's when you
Tomb,
met.
But
You met me briefly
Then-
before that.
but no, we were in Barovia. I grew up in Barovia. We met.
You
in
and I were in Barovia?
Barovia. No, not you.
Oh, okay.
She gestures at Aaron and
Yes.
refers
Yeah.
to the party.
Okay. I wanna take Nadamo over for a second. Talk to him. Like I think she like the decay or something of her limited time she was supposed to exist is causing her to confuse things. We know that she had the same memories as Irina, but now she's. I mean, we knew that she had a connection that she could see things, but I think that it's legitimately like messing with her now.
This sounds exactly like
Yeah.
what happened to Pharaoh. And they both left at the same time. Do you think they encountered something that did this to them?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I'm not there.
I don't know. He clearly had an agenda, even if we didn't know about it, and that agenda has been fulfilled, so I don't know what she would.
I mean,
Be here
before you had your little adventure, his mind didn't work. He didn't remember us. He didn't remember anything. He remembered bits and pieces, just like this.
Yes.
You know that he remembered a lot less than that.
Yeah, he
didn't remember
He didn't
anything.
remember who he was.
He had a bit of recognition of Irina, and that was it.
Still, memory problems. They both left on the same night, and they're back, and something has stopped her decay. She should be a pile of dirt by now.
Well, let me try something, and if you see my demeanor change, go ahead and whack me over the head. I'm going to touch your hand.
You don't feel anything. She clutches your hand because she's, freaked out a little. But like,
I'll hold it. I'll be like, it's okay. It's going to be okay.
Well, no need to no need to mention that she's probably the other Irina tonight. And she has a very obvious scar on her eye, correct?
correct.
And she has not mentioned anything about she has a date with the prince.
She has not said anything about a date with the prince.
She was looking for us.
She said that Irina replaced her, but she didn't say anything about the specifics.
If there's no way to rule out whether or not other Arena has access to powerful good or bad magics. It's totally within somebody's power who's not hanging out with us all the time to have switched a visual thing like a scar.
True.
The only way to be sure would be to touch the arena we think is our arena.
We're gonna do a quick meanwhile.
Which I must have done when I fitted her
dancing.
for an outfit.
Koros, you noticed Aridin and Nadam going over to this other arena.
I am quite observant.
Theo, Irina, Bernum, after a little while, the dance of the peacock ends, or the flight of the peacock, excuse me. The next dance starts, and you notice that Aridin and Nadam have left. Koros, do you fill in the rest of the party, or?
Not yet,
Okay.
actually.
I promise I didn't steal your date, Burnham.
No.
Aridin did
we
say
also-
that he said something to Bernum about it earlier, so.
We also have the weird bugs in our ear, right?
Yep.
Nadam, what's going on?
Just heads up, those alert everyone.
They do, yeah, they're like a party channel.
Oh,
Everyone
you
hears.
can't. Oh,
Yeah, you
okay.
can't isolate.
All right, then I'm not going to do that.
That's what
If you did, I would just respond with, unexpected guest, we're working on it, don't worry.
All right.
Go back to your post.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep dancing with my girlfriend because I
Alright.
noticed nothing.
Bernum,
Yeah.
you heard Aridin say, I think there's something over there. She looks like Irina, and then he went over.
Yep,
And you
kept
finished
up
your
with that.
solo dance.
Yeah, so now it's acceptable to go off to the sideline, so I'm gonna go check that out.
Big finish. Ah!
Yeah.
Baranum, you get over there and you see that there's some guards by the door, and they're just sort of standing back and waiting to hear back. Aridin and Adam are talking to, you see, Irina with a scar.
Oh,
Arena with lime.
yeah, I rush over and listen in on the very ends of the conversation.
And I think Irina, just like Theo, has really crap passive perception and is still
She's
dancing.
on a date. It's her night.
So Dorfaran he's like beaming with happiness that you're here. He's still a little nervous, but he's now happy because it's here and it's happening and you're here.
It wasn't a prank.
Actually, you know what? Baranum is going to, instead of joining the conversation, since I see it from a distance, I'm going to then like look around for other Irina and see if, like, because the dance just ended.
She also just finished the dance, and there's a bit of gap between the next dance, so you could absolutely go talk to her.
Yeah, I'm gonna go rush over. Irina, I hate to interrupt. Sorry, my lord. Borrow her for just a tad, not for a dance or anything like that. No.
And he says, "Don't worry, sir. I know that you are her friend, and her adventuring companion part of the group."
And he has a date anyway.
Yeah, he didn't come here alone.
I am not offended, please. And he says, Irina, I will get us refreshments.
Thank you.
I'll show you my favorite elvish drink.
Probably sucks, but yeah, okay.
Flat on the floor, probably.
It's like seltzer water.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? That's what I was thinking too.
It's a hint.
No, sorry. It's a little flat.
Probably like carbonated water.
Probably carbonated water
All
with
right.
like a bit of gin.
Baranum, you're able to pull Irina to the side for a bit.
You've got a little bit of a clone problem.
What problem? Where?
Clone problem? Very
Oh,
high
okay.
level magic. Whoever cast that strange spell on you, those witches I heard, a coven.
Yeah, where in the tomb where we found the.
Yeah,
the...
well, that one of you, she's here.
Oh, okay.
Tails aside. Come on,
Okay.
bring her over. I'm like, crouch down. Come on, you don't want her to see you. Like, have her. Oh.
You're in a big old ball gown, but like, you guys can
Oh,
go
but you
over.
look so amazing.
And you see Aridin and Adam talking to Irina with lime.
Don't let them touch her. They'll annihilate.
That's
I
what
can-
I'm wondering.
Look at
So,
that's you, right?
And when Irina with lime sees Irina, she sees her through the window. She's that's her, and she like moves forward. I'm sure that Aridin and
grab
Adam,
her,
if you guys
calm her
don't,
down.
the guards will.
No, I
They.
got her.
Oh, my computer just totally.
Jake's computer just died, so.
No, I think we're
Black
good.
screen.
You're
Oh
still
my
here?
god,
Can
My
you
right
clear it?
monitor
Are you
just
getting
kicked the
Windows
bucket.
10?
Wait.
Windows 10.
Well, it's weird because your picture froze too.
Okay, hold on. Everything freaked out. Yeah, the thing disappeared. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to refresh. All right. Hey, viewers. We'll hold on just a second here. That was really weird. We'll click join, and then everything will be fine in just a second.
Have a dance party.
There we go. Everything's
Oh,
coming back to
mods are
normal.
back.
Damn it.
No text backsies.
And we have to have rules.
I can't post all my dank memes.
That was really weird. It's still going a little slow and glitchy, but I think it'll recover in a second.
You look good to me.
All right, cool. Sorry about that. So, she goes, and, like, Aridin, you're able to stop her, and she's like, I'm me. she's, it's a little incoherent.
Go on.
We know. It's okay. Breathe.
I'm gonna go up and be like,
He's
are,
drunk.
are you okay? What's happening to everyone?
Well, there seems to be some confusion. She thinks
Clearly.
she's you, and that you think that she is
I also
not
think I'm.
you.
Go on.
Yeah.
Are you
I suppose
you?
if we want to get philosophical, you're both you.
I am me.
I suppose if you both think,
You're
therefore
me.
you both are you.
I am Irina.
And you are Irina.
And Aridin, your thing is still going, because you turned it on earlier, and your Irina is telling the truth.
They are both Arena.
Great. I like Irina. We have two now.
One of
The
them
world
slightly
is a brighter
distraught, though.
place
And
for having two of them.
the one that's got the scar is saying, no, she's the clone. She's not me. You gotta stop her. She.
Stop her from what?
Irina, I'm
I don't
sorry.
know.
There
There must be some confusion. Did you go and speak with Sophia and bring her here? Have you been speaking with Dorfram?
Sophia, the door for Sophia. When we came here on the boat, Sophia, and then
So
Yeah,
our sister.
asking her about the courtship is a good idea, though.
I already did.
I'm saying that that's a good line of questioning, so that's reasonable.
She expresses confusion about courtship. She doesn't seem to be sure who Dorferon is.
That's encouraging.
And discouraging.
Um,
But she has been confused this whole time, and struggling with memory.
hope nobody feeble-minded her.
I think it's a side effect of this strange magic. Clones are not meant to stay. They're meant to be soulless and lifeless until the main dies and inhabits them with their spirit. They're not meant to be both existing at the same time.
She was saying we have to kill one of them, and they'll kind of
No.
like snap together.
No one's saying that. Koros, when did you get here?
Koros just wandered over because he saw everybody's over here now.
And said that.
I don't.
Yeah.
I
A
don't
What about
two-headed,
her
12-eyed
killing
goat
someone to
plods
solve a
over
problem?
and we should kill her.
I'm very curious about Arena with Lime's condition. So I want to, I don't know. I want to see if she's
Don't you have like cure
my
disease?
inferior
shit?
in con, because this Arena isn't. And if she is, maybe she has different stats and she's decaying and she's not good.
Wait, what are you doing?
Is she my inferior, superior, or equal in con?
So we're gonna poison
okay.
both of you and see who dies first.
No, I can just know that.
All right,
It's the
Nicole,
fire
I need to
ability.
know which stats you bumped this level.
I bumped strength, so I'm at 20 strength.
Okay. So you get that both arenas are your superior in con.
Okay, then she's not like decaying. Hopefully that means, I assume.
Maybe whatever she. Wait, I'm
You're
not
not there.
there still, right?
Correct. No one told you.
I'm on my date.
How about
This isn't gonna
Yes.
work at all, but detect evil and good.
Ooh, interesting.
Okay.
Do-do-do-do.
Celestial, elemental.
So let me say this. You would expect a good aura on your arena, at the very least. You get auras on neither of them.
That's weird.
All right, there's
That's
some
weird.
cosmic shit going down.
All of our stuff is back at Zavrin's, right?
I don't
Correct.
have much stuff, so I think I have all of my stuff.
I'm not really worried about you.
Yeah, you're a monk. You don't have crap.
How far away is that?
Not far.
One quick teleport away, it's many, many miles.
Okay.
It's hundreds of miles.
I'm gonna wander out to where the carriages are. I'm gonna excuse my guys. You know, I'm gonna bounce for a second. I'll be back. I'm gonna step out, get a little air. And I'm gonna go over to the I don't know, wherever we valet park the carriages, and ask if they can shoot me back temporarily.
It's a bit of a ride. The teleportation circle's a little further because you came all the way through town.
Okay. About how long would it take?
30 minutes.
There's no traffic right now, though.
Yeah, I got 30
Because everyone's
minutes.
here. It'd probably be fast.
All right, you can do that, Koros. In the meantime,
I would like to offer.
I'm going to leave class feature behind.
okay. Keep
I
yourself
would like to
praised.
offer, as a compromise, get through tonight. The rest of the party will keep an eye on our arena,
Mhm.
and I will stay with Arena with Lime,
All right.
if that would satisfy her for tonight. And we'll figure this out tomorrow.
I kind of want to stay with her too, because I'm very concerned.
You're ditching your date?
Airden does.
He
Oh
can
well.
do the flight of the peacocks by himself. He was killing it earlier.
I'm right here, and I finished the flight of the peacocks.
He's the life of
You
the
did a
party.
great
He's
job.
baked bean short rib. He'll find someone to dance with.
All right, you're able to do
Listen,
that.
you're not the kind of dwarf to be tied down.
Koros. You get over there,
get
you
back?
teleport back to Asik, you go to Zavrin's house. What are you trying to get?
Right. So I'm going to go into wherever Irina's things are,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to find something of Irina's, like a boots or something. I don't care. Something random, like a possession.
Her sword is pretty important to her. Her Holy Avenger
Yeah,
sword.
that works. That works.
Okay.
I guess you wouldn't bring that to a ball. All right. Class feature is going to invisibly flutter over to Nadam,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to whisper in Nadam's ear, are they separated from each other?
Are they separated from each other?
Irina, do you go back to the ballroom when they say they want to go back to?
Sure. Yeah, if they will.
Cool. You go back to door for on. He shares with you it's like seltzer water, but it's pretty flat, and there's you can almost smell a fruit in it,
This might have been near a fruit once.
and it's his favorite drink.
Do not
Pretend I think it's
And
right.
he probably says he's only going to have a few. He doesn't want to get too wild tonight.
Exactly.
He says it one time was fruit adjacent.
Right.
I will pretend I think it's
Grew a blueberry
He's
bush.
like, don't let me have more than
Reservoir.
2 of these.
The other thing that might be disconcerting to you, those of you from the realms, this is something I didn't mention before, is that roughly half of the people at this ball are drow.
I don't think I know any drow.
Are they very judgy of what I'm wearing?
No, they seem to be wearing darker but similar attire to
I'm
other
still wearing
folks.
a very dark purple. I was
Right.
informed.
So you might even blend in with some of the drow.
Do I get compliments from any of them?
You do.
Oh,
And
then
it
I'm
seems
not-
very normal that it's high elves and drow and they're all mixed here together. So that's a bit strange for those of you from the Forgotten Realms.
Clearly, they have good taste, so that's fine.
I'm from here, and I don't think I know any drow.
You're from the far west, that would be fine. The drow don't have the reputation here that they do in the Forgotten Realms.
And dusk elves, moon elves, too many types of elves. Those are different.
Some of you guys are with me, right?
I think everyone but
If you
Aaron and I.
came,
Cool.
if you came back to the party, that's where
Yeah.
Esmeralda and I are. That's where Barnum is.
Yep.
We're chilling.
Who invited the loud humans?
I feel the same way.
Do you enjoy the seltzer water thing too? Chorus?
I'm not there. I missed the seltzer water.
Oh,
I'm
never
still
mind.
back at.
If I get the message from class feature in my ear, and they are in fact separated by some distance, I nod.
Cool. All right. So, I'm curious how this is going to work, but I've got a possession and I know the subject very well. I'm going to try to scry on Irina.
Oh, that's interesting. I need to go read
That is
2
a
spells.
good idea.
Koros is so clever.
Gross. I give you a lot of shit, but I'm glad you're around sometimes. You're the best. You're the best goat I know.
I
Nope.
can't wait for when he's
Nicole,
Goat in the galaxy.
Yes.
will you make 1 wisdom saving throw for yourself and 1 for Irina
Okay.
with Lime? We'll say
Sounds good.
non-scar, scar.
Okay.
The net modifier should be -9
Because you have
Negative.
because I have a possession and I know the target well.
Got it.
Wisdom saving throw.
You don't need to do
Okay.
the -9. You can just throw it, and then we can do the math.
So-
Yeah, we do the math on it. Don't worry about the 9.
Well, I have a plus.
You have
9.
+1,000,000 for me.
Oh, you have +9? Perfect. Then just roll a d20
Okay.
and then another d20. So that I
Oh.
don't give away which one it is.
Should I be doing this in?
Yeah, don't do it in public.
Yeah.
Send those to Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
one sec.
GR for GM roll.
Okay. Thank you.
Wait, isn't it /W?
/GR will roll a die and only let me see it.
Can you see it when you do it?
Oh wait, sorry. Should I? I've done it to you.
Yeah, just do /GR 1d20.
G R. And I'm gonna.
Dude, this is so tense.
Whoops.
We're good.
All right. Well, we
I'm gonna roll that one again.
saw that.
I don't understand
Well,
that
now we
command.
know
I've
the
What's
never
the
done it.
DC,
What's
Koros?
that?
20, I think. Yes, 20.
Okay. Well, I
I
think
feel like they're probably gonna fail.
I think they
They
they both would fail. Is what I will say. Koros,
Since
you
they
see
failed.
the image of the distraught, drunken Irina outside.
Irina with Lyme.
Irina
Is
with
what
the
we're calling
scar
her.
is
Okay.
the one that your scrying spell targets.
Okay. Good to know. I will, politely recover Zavrin's mirror and get back in my carriage, go back to the party.
30 minutes later.
It's a party. You can step out for a
An
drink
hour.
or a smoke or an
We're-
assignation.
Yeah.
We're definitely not drunk. It's an elvish party.
I bet elves have some dope wines when they want to get drunk, though.
All right, Koros. 30 minutes later, you return to the party. You re-enter.
Okay. Now I don't know what to do with this information, though.
With the
This
stuff.
is really weird.
I guess we negotiated a truce for the night, so
You're gonna sit on it for the evening.
I'm gonna give it via class feature to let's say Eridan and Nadam.
Okay.
I'm gonna check something real quick.
Okay.
I want a mind thing. Hey, Arena.
Wait, mind
Yeah?
thing? Do you mean earpiece?
Yeah. Earpiece. Oh, is it earpiece? I
It's
thought it
the
was
earpiece. You guys don't have
Oh, I thought it
telepathy.
was like a spell thing.
Nope, you
No,
guys
no,
have
No,
little
we don't have
earpieces
this.
that are sending
We
We
stones.
lost Emerald. We have
Yeah,
this
Emerald.
in our
That's right.
space.
Okay, it was how Emerald.
We have this
Never
for
mind.
comms.
like this, yeah.
I was thinking we
So,
would
yeah.
still be
Yeah.
originally connected.
We have way too
That
many
would be dope.
communication symbols in various things.
Where's
This
my
one,
Nala?
this one, this one.
Right?
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, you guys have
I
sending
Okay,
prefer
so
the
of course you
accent
share that
method.
information with Nadam and I?
Yep.
Great.
Class feature basically comes in your shoulder. You feel it perch on your shoulder, even though you don't see it, and you hear Koros' voice explain that to you.
Thanks, Gross.
Get off, get
It
off.
doesn't feel like a bird when you touch it.
No. Didn't think it would.
Doesn't feel like
Fleshy
feathers.
and soft.
Ah, mosquito. Sorry.
A large mosquito.
All right.
That's weird.
What were you gonna do,
Yes.
Eridan? Though.
Well, I had an idea, but it doesn't work because I
Oh,
thought
I
it was a different thing.
That's really strange.
I'm really stressed out now.
You know who would really help solve this problem of determining the good guys from the bad guys would be a high-level paladin. Does anyone know a high-level paladin?
Yeah, I know a level 5 paladin.
If only.
Eridan,
Yes.
I under the guise of going to get us snacks, with Eridan.
Can we actually get some snacks though?
Oh, absolutely, we can get some snacks.
I want to try
Um,
this fruit
It's like
water.
spring rolls.
I am like, when they were talking, everything they said all rang true for both of them.
Yes.
I need to ask Burnham how a clone spell works.
Clone spells are very interesting.
No, don't talk to them. They ditched you.
No, I feel like Burnham's just muttering this.
He's just muttering that to
no-
himself on the dance floor. He's like, he's doing the funky chicken and like, clone smells are very
No, no, no,
interesting.
Jake, the
Clone
night
spells
has
are very
progressed.
interesting.
We're on to the Freaky Falcon.
Oh, the freaky falcon. Excuse me.
I gather the snacks, I give them to Eridan, and I say, "Do you want to talk to Burnham or should I?" Wow. My goodness.
Oh my
That
god.
was pretty
Oh,
freaky.
good.
That's the
Fantastic.
dwarf, okay? Nobody suspects him.
That was freaky. I don't know what that was.
Oh my goodness.
I was gonna start breakdance.
Whew.
Where were we?
I'll go talk to the falcon. And I give you the snacks.
You wait for the dance to end so you don't get impaled,
Yep.
and then you can catch Burnham. Yeah.
And Burnham, I have a few quick meta-magical questions.
Yep.
Scrying. How does a scrying spell know who to home in on?
A scrying spell? Well,
Does it use their soul?
you'd want to talk to a divination specialist, but I believe it uses their soul. It probably should. It'd be the easiest way, I'd imagine.
Can he roll something to know the answer?
Yeah, you
to
can
that,
roll an
Jake?
Arcana check.
All right.
Actually, sorry, I do know a little bit about scrying, which is that it's. I mean, you need like a memento from them or something.
Yeah.
So actually, it might
Nope.
not use their soul.
Give me an Arcana check.
Cool.
Both your answers sounded reasonable. That's the problem.
Yep.
See, this is what happens when you learn magic out of a Cracker Jack box.
You know that
how you learn
scrying is
magic,
tied to a soul. Absolutely.
Okay, it's tied to the soul, and they link it with items or memories that they have of the person.
And if all right, that makes sense. And the clone spell that you mentioned, where you could create an extra body for someone,
Strange stuff.
how does that move the soul from one body to the other?
Well, so the soul stays in the original body when the clone is created. The clone is just a very expensive effigy, I suppose, just almost synthesized from magic, so it appears to be flesh. But when you die, instead of your soul going into the whichever respective afterlife you might end up in, it's snatched out with the magical precepts that you've set up beforehand, and they snatch it out, put it back in the new body, and then they don't resurrect anything. It's just transferred life.
Can that happen on accident?
No, are you kidding? You need a really expensive diamond. I mean, like a dwarvish diamond, like a big honking diamond.
He holds up his fist.
You need to take a chunk of the subject out. It's an inch chunk. You have to straight up like a finger or something like that. Thumb,
Theo did it.
big toe.
Can you wake up the clone without killing the other subject?
I've never heard of that. No, never in my life have I ever heard of that. It's one soul, and it can only occupy one vessel. That's the whole point of creating such an expensive array to hold the clone. Also, it's more expensive than the diamond. You need to have a whole tank set up. It needs to preserve the body and make sure that it's ready to accept a vessel when it has room, but not before then or after then. It can't have stray bits of magic creating nonsense in there. Then you're just going to make an elemental out of a very expensive diamond and your foot and your thumb.
Nadam thinks for a moment and says, I need you to
Best
find out if
explanation.
Arena has a soul. And then walks away.
You need to explain how it has a soul. What?
He said he needs
need
you to find
out.
out if Irina has a soul.
Like either one?
No,
Which
the
arena?
one, the one dancing right now.
The dancing arena.
And then I walk away.
Like Cora said, you know who'd be really good at figuring out if someone has a soul? High level paladins.
Only we had an
I
active
don't have
functional
anything.
paladin.
I guess I
Aridin,
could go to the
what
library.
we're trying to
Like,
say is you're not good enough. All we're trying
him.
to say.
Can I
Got him.
recheck
Stay
all
with
my
us. You're
fighter
not
levels?
poly enough.
And I rejoin Aridin and Irina with Scar, and I say, "Oh, elvish bathrooms are wild."
As the night continues and Koros returns, there's some more dancing, some more drinking. Eventually, Irina Dorfaran says to you that he wants to leave the ball. You know, it's winding down a little bit. And as a royal, you don't want to be the last one at the ball. And he would love to show you some of his favorite spots around Azai, if you'd be willing to go with him.
Sorry. Is Nadam?
No, you can go. I just want to get in line.
Okay. I would say that yes, I would love that, but I need to check in with.
With your friends, of course. Please go speak with them, and then
Yes.
I will be
Responsibility.
upstairs
You
where
got
we kept our coats.
Very well.
It'd be hilarious if you came to tell me you were leaving because I know nothing and I've just been having a chill ball night with my girlfriend.
So Irina's gonna go over to Theo.
Yeah, great.
Hey Theo.
Hey, what's up?
Head out with Dorfran. See you later. Have fun at
Okay,
Azemar.
is it going like well? Like, is he nice and stuff?
I think it's going great. He's lovely.
Cool. Well, you looked awesome when you walked in, and that's what matters.
Thanks.
You know?
Cool.
Looking
Cool.
good is what matters.
Appearances
So
are
you
everything.
Go out there and you just keep looking good, okay?
Cool. And then Irina,
Cool.
you head up. You get your coat.
What
Your
I-
friend is there.
Was getting in line to say
Yes.
Give Theo your
that I
wallet.
am exceedingly suspicious and that I don't know which arena is the real arena right now. I don't know what's going on, and I think we should follow our arena just to be sure.
You're outside.
You don't know she's gone. The only person who knows is the bitch who was left in the dark.
Correct. Aridin and Nadam, you're both outside with this other arena.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, I come back and I'm like, I talked to Burnham.
Mm-hmm.
I am very suspicious.
Mhm.
We should follow Irina.
Ah.
I understand your suspicion, but didn't you all say that the arena from the dungeon was the one who could, pick up on the thoughts of the real arena and was getting confused because of that? Doesn't that make it pretty clear which arena is the real
I
one?
don't know. I'd like to be sure.
That seems fair.
Wait, what
I
did
can
you
make
say?
us
Brandon?
invisible. I love doing that trick.
Brandon, what did you say? I missed it.
That I thought that that the real arena, the fake arena was the one that had both memories, and the real arena only had her own memories, not the two-way thing.
Yeah.
That is your understanding. That is what you
I
understand.
would-
That's
I would
correct as far as
communicate.
we know.
I don't know which
I was
arena.
just pointing that out one last time.
I'm not confident which one is the real one now. I think we should keep eyes on both of them all the time.
Sure.
Maybe they're both real and they can both be our friends.
I would love that.
All right.
They can both be very nice. Double arenas.
Irina, you slip away with Dorfaran. You tell Theo.
If anybody comes to talk to me, I'll tell them, but I doubt it.
You guys are having this discussion as she's leaving, so
If
No,
Send
is that
class
some checks
feature
for
after
nothing?
her.
you guys come in and she's already left.
Well, let's go find her.
Are you leaving Irina with the scar outside?
I'm staying with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I'm
the
gonna be
Dom
like,
comes in.
Rena, check this out. I can heal stuff. I'm gonna do 5 points of lay on hands on her head.
Do you have any sort of remove anythings?
Yeah, it removes a disease or a poison. I'm gonna try removing a disease from her head.
Okay. She still seems a bit confused, and that sort of drunken stupor, it does not go away.
I can do that 4 more times. I do it 4 more times.
She says,
You
I
admire the
appreciate the effort, Aridin, but I don't think it's doing anything.
Cool.
Do you feel really healthy? I'm not there.
But check this out, though. I can do that now, too!
every trick in the book.
showing off.
Nadam, you go in, you don't see them around. You do see Theo and Esmeralda dancing the night away, and you see Quaros.
I would like to ask Theo if he saw where Irina went.
Irina. Oh, she looks so good, that gown. She did such an amazing job. Made my night to see her coming down the
Think.
stairs.
Where'd she go?
I think her and Dorfez, I can't remember his name. They left. They're gonna hang out some more. So
When?
I have all the gold though, so don't worry about it.
When?
I don't know, like 20 minutes ago.
I go over to Quaros and I ask for Quaros' help finding them.
I eat more lobster rolls.
Perhaps with invisibility or with an invisible thing that can fly.
So, I do have both of those things. I assume they've teleported off somewhere by now if they left 10 minutes ago. But I will send class feature up to try to look for any carriages leaving that might have them.
There are a few carriages leaving.
Is there not a special royal carriage?
There might
Family
be.
insignia on it?
Yeah, can class feature, swoop down and look in the windows?
Okay, give me a perception check.
I feel like them having a special carriage would be reasonable, potentially. They might not have one, but they could.
Just give me a perception check.
Yeah, I'll just use mine. I can't find the birds.
It's fine. You're looking through the bird's eyes.
That's true, I am.
All right. You check the carriages. You see various nobles. Nothing like that. Until you see, when Class Feature flies back up to take another look, there's on one of the balconies on the major spire here. You spot Dorfaran and Irina up on the balcony. They haven't left yet. They've gone up. His first favorite spot is, of course, here in the palace, and it's the view from up here. A whole new.
Nadam, they're on a balcony outside the spire.
I say,
looking out over the city.
I don't know which. I don't think we can say confidently which arena is the real arena. So I don't think we should allow either of them to be unattended.
It's a fair point. Do you want to follow those two?
I can, with class
So-
feature.
Probably going to teleport at some point, but it's not the worst idea.
No, cross that bridge when we come to it.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go find a place to duck out of line of sight. I'll make you invisible.
Cool. Meanwhile, Aridin outside. After a little while, you notice, sort of on the edges of this garden, in the bushes, you see a few figures. You're not sure how long they've been there. Maybe they've been there a while. Maybe they just got here. Hard to tell. They sort of be watching, sort of slinking, and then one sort of
Blinking?
just being sneaky. Until you see one sort of come out of the bushes, and they're wearing these heavy cloaks, and sort of brush themselves off and just sort of like walk to the other side of the garden, trying to be nonchalant. They don't think anyone saw them, and they're just sort of heading over and around, sort of outside this garden area.
Hey guys, there's some sketchy-looking people out here. I don't know what they're doing.
What sort of
Looks like they're
sketchy?
casing the joint.
Casing the joint, we're on it. Esmeralda and I are gonna boop out there.
Why is
Check
it
the
that people
stitch.
always interrupt our parties?
You can come on out, as Theo and Esmeralda,
Is
right
Scar
to where
Arena
this
still there?
Scar Arena's with Aridin. You pop out by this other door where you see this cloaked figure, and can
Arena.
confront them. And
It's another arena.
the third arena.
Dude, it
No.
fucking might be.
Everywhere!
They're all arenas.
Am I arena?
And
You're an arena, and you're an
you're like, oh, hey there.
the
Like
Matrix.
Esmeralda's like, hey there, friend. Can we help you? And he says, I'm just looking for the celebration.
Wow, that
You
sounds
looking for compensation?
so evil.
Especially mammalian.
Everyone should know they should not emphasize their S's or they sound like an evil snake person, which is a thing that exists.
And they
Doesn't
say,
look good.
I just wanted to see the royal family. I think there she is now. And he'll
Eats a rat
try to
just
walk away from... There she is now. And he'll try to walk away from you towards Aridin and Irina with Scar.
We're gonna definitely get him.
Am I on this bitch?
Make myself as wide as I can.
Am I on this bitch?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll be like, oh yeah, let me help you. I didn't know you were looking for her.
Are you going
And
to
I
lead him or are you going
pretend
to
to be
stop
a
him?
friend. Yeah, I'll walk with him.
Okay.
And Esmeralda,
Just
Esmeralda's
break
here.
his nose.
He's moving with haste. He's trying to like get away from you, Theo, and he's going right
Oh,
towards
no, and I'm acting like we're buds, and I'm escorting him, and
Yeah.
Esmeralda's behind.
and right up to you, Aridin and Irina with Scar.
Hey, buddy. What's up? I want to physically block him from her as much as possible.
And he says,
Bouncer style.
I just wanted to introduce myself to the date of the royal prince.
Cool. Listen, I don't mean to be super offensive, but I've had a rough few weeks involving things related to snakes. What's your background?
You see, he's like, this cloak is like heavy over his face, and he says, you'll have to be more clear, my friend. I don't seem to understand what you're.
Cobras.
I'm trying to think of other S words, but I can't.
Arsnakis a animal.
You're insinuating.
I don't understand what you're insinuating.
Gotta stop it with the hissing. Everyone knows you shouldn't hiss.
Rookie mistake.
Help it.
I just want to make sure that you're not potentially a threat to anyone here.
He says, of course not. Just a fan of celebrities.
Cool.
We definitely shouldn't let you in. You're
This
gonna
is
try to
some
steal her
hardcore
hair.
profiling, though. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, there she is. You can see her. She's just there. Hey, Irina.
And he says, he bows a little and he says, my queen.
Sorry, no, what?
I mean, princess. I guess, or he says princess. Anyway, I guess just a consort.
No. Let's rewind here a second. I'm gonna get handsy. I'm gonna push him back and be like, "You said queen."
We're forming like a
This
semi-triangle
dork
around
has
him with
a
Esmeralda
charisma
and
of like 2.
I. Got this bitch cornered.
You've got this bitch surrounded. When you
Surround-
push Aridin, you feel under his cloak like the cloak slides a little.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Snake.
scaly under there, perhaps.
Slippery. It's
Deck.
satin.
Reminds
Dom,
me of
are you
Dex.
just? I guess you're out with Koros.
I'm not there, but Aridin should clock this dude. Just
I'm getting close. I'm pushing him.
No more profiling. We have to get evidence.
I'm not profiling. You just said my queen.
He's got a heavy cloak over his face.
You're a human at an elf party. You starting a fight would be on brand.
He says, "Please, we don't need what's the S word for a fight?
Any
Scuffle.
fisticuffs.
We don't need any fisticuffs."
Listen, buddy. Blake, what's your name? What's your name? Where are you from? What are you doing here?
Sadaz or something like that.
Hush.
Sakash.
You are not inspiring any more faith in you. I think you should leave.
And he says, "Please, I just want to introduce myself. Have a short conversation."
You can talk to her from here, but I'm not letting you get any closer.
And he says, "This will have to do." And he says, "My lady, it is done." And he turns to leave.
I think I'm gonna look at Esmeralda and we're gonna stop this bitch and
Esmeralda has had enough of this. She's
Power
gonna
couple.
rip the cloak off. Just pull
He's
it
a
off the dude's
snackus.
head. It's a snackus.
Nay.
Snake person. And I guess that's
Simple.
where we're gonna leave you guys this week. We will have to retroactively rename this
On that
episode
big surprise.
That big
Spoiler!
reveal.
that no one saw coming.
spoiler, Snackus made the
Spoiler.
ball.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Please do comment on the video or message the page. Give us your feedback. Let us know what you think. My players, please do message me tonight with your rose, thorn, bud. That is the thing you liked, the thing you didn't like, and the thing you are looking forward to. Lincoln, take it away.
And if you think this would be more fun, or equally as fun, with a whole bunch of lasers and in space, tune in on Monday nights, same bat time, same bat channel, 7:15, right here on this, wherever you're watching it, to watch the party visit the uncharted, strange, psychic, spooky world of Arquan. Ba-ba-ba, whatever our theme song is.
All right. And with that, we'll see you all on Monday for Into the Black, and then next Wednesday for more Princes of Azemar. Bye-bye now.
See ya.
Also, there's only one.
See ya.
Sibilance!
There's only
The vocab
one
word of the day.
option for Rose, and that was Brand's dancing.